If you're in a situation where you can't get a girlfriend, I can tell you right now, that should not be a priority. I know if you've never had something before, having it feels like you're gonna be on top of the world. It feels like you're gonna be extra productive, do everything you're supposed to do, cross your T's, dot your I's. But in all reality, having a partner is not all it's cracked up to be. Now, it can be, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, if anything, it's just a distraction. And if you're in a situation where you really want a girlfriend or you really want a partner, more than likely it's because you're running away from an emotion or a reality in your life that you just can't escape. So you think finding somebody or finding that happiness or fulfillment within somebody else is going to make you feel good about yourself, but it's probably not. I know you probably heard this 1,000 times, a million times even, how we need to be content with ourselves and really focus on ourselves, but it's the truth. It's reality. You know, if you're not able to do things on the regular, your hobbies or whatever, by yourself and be comfortable and happy with that, then I can tell you right now, being in a relationship is not going to make it any more easier. Especially because you'll become that guy that's super clingy to his girlfriend. And I got to be honest, we're probably all that guy deep down inside, especially the first time we ever had a girlfriend. If we really liked her or we really thought she was pretty or cute or whatever, I'm pretty sure we were all simps, we were all betas at one point. But in reality, we can't be that way. We have to really focus in on our purpose. And from my experience, I've had those situations before where it's like I'm on my purpose and then all of a sudden being in a relationship got me distracted. I never thought that would happen to me. I always thought I would stay on the grind set, do what I need to do. And if I have free time, then that's when I'm going to spend the time with my girl. But nah, in all reality, your girlfriend becomes a priority. I'll never forget this one time where I've just started dating my girlfriend and I was really big into the gym. Like I lost at that point probably around 50 pounds, put on some muscle, and I kept going consistently probably 6 days a week. And when I first got with her, she would start calling me and texting me all the time. And I noticed when she would call me and text me in the gym, I would completely forget about my set, what number of rep I was on, and just indulge. I would text her back, sit there waiting for like a couple of minutes for her to respond, completely lose all motivation, momentum I had building in the gym for that day. And when I realized that over a course of a week, I was like, damn, like we're not even living together. We're not even in a full-blown relationship yet. I'm just, just the talking stages, just starting out. And this is the distraction that's already upon me. It was the craziest thing ever. I've never experienced that before in my life. And I'll never forget it. Because even now, I live with my girlfriend. So it's like I catch myself being distracted. And that's what I need to focus the most. It's something that you'll never really understand unless you're in that situation. But eventually you'll get a hang of it. But it's not always going to be easy. There's some dopamine or some type of chemical that's released, serotonin or something, when you guys are together. And so for me personally, I feel like doing nothing when I'm with my girl, especially now that we live together. I always feel like just taking a nap, going to sleep, chilling out. Like I don't feel like doing a damn thing. And over the course of months and even a year, just doing that, it's got me nowhere. So I've realized that I have to get out of that rut and get into a situation where I'm focused, motivated, and driven by myself. She ain't gonna tell me to get up and go do something, especially pursue my dreams. So I have to do that for myself. So if you're in a situation where you really want a girlfriend or a partner, I've been there, trust me, especially when I was in college. It will come, but be wary of what comes with it. Because especially if you've never been in a relationship before, like in high school or middle school or whatever, and this is your first time, your real relationship out of college, or you're still in college, or you're still in high school or whatever, and this is your first real relationship, trust me when I tell you, especially if it's something real and not just lust, it's going to be a major distraction. I can tell you that right now. I'm not saying not to get or be in a relationship. I've seen a lot of, people, dudes that I was friends with have relationships throughout high school, throughout college, and it was successful for the most part as far as I'm concerned. But just based on my own experience, I can tell you right now it's a distraction. I think the most important thing to do, especially while you're young, if you're in middle school, high school, or even college, especially college, I think you need to focus on yourself. And I know there's that yearning to be in a relationship, to talk to some girl all the time on the daily, but it's not all it's cracked up to be because it can be a major distraction. I think the biggest thing that you have to do for yourself is put yourself in a successful awakening. You need to finish school if you're going to school. If you're working a job, get yourself in a position at that job where you're pretty solid, stable. You've been working there for 3+ months. You're trying to get a promotion or something like that. And then once you have that stability and reassurance from your job, or you're, finishing school already, then that's when you can get a relationship. Because besides that, if you're in these transitionary periods where you're, about to graduate, or you just got to college, or just got into high school, or you just got into this new job and then you start entertaining women, trust me, that shit will go downhill really fast. And there's no man on this planet, especially if he's under the age of 25, that's gonna boss up and be super dedicated to his dream at such an early age. It's just not a reality. I mean, there's some dudes out there that will do it, but for the majority of us, that's not the case. As soon as a pretty girl talks to us, I'm pretty sure that we'll give all our attention to her, but that can't be the reality. And for the most part, you just make your mistakes and learn from them. The benefits of being in a relationship far outweigh not being in a relationship. I will say that. Because if you can really find a good partner and somebody who actually really cares about you, they can make you go a long way. They could be your driving force. Not saying that you need a woman for motivation, but they could really be that inspiration that you're looking for. Whether you want to start a family with this woman or you just want to be in a happy relationship. When a woman looks up to you, it's like the best feeling on earth, especially to be a man. Trust me, if you ever go to the gym with your girl or you're just doing something that's out of the loop, out of the norm for her, like working on a car, cutting the grass, it could be very simple things, just reading a book or taking notes, doing something that's out of her element. Sometimes she'll look and see you as a god. That's the craziest thing. That's the only way to put it, but that's the reality. Sometimes they'll look at you in a certain way because it's like they're not used to doing that or they don't know how to do that. And the fact that you've perfected your craft in whatever it is that you're doing, they'll really appreciate you for it. And that right there can be major inspiration to just keep going. Just knowing that there's somebody that has your back. You know, they're more than a friend, they're more than family to some degree, and they'll always be right there with you. So trust me, it's a good situation to be in where you have a girlfriend or a partner. But if it's lust, if it's not something real, and if you're in a transitionary period, it's probably not best to do. I want to leave you off with another piece of advice as well. Just like friends, being in a relationship is going to be very hard when it comes to your motivations and your grind set. Because if your girl is not on the same page as you, it will dramatically bring you down in life. Same thing can go for friends. You know, if you have a group of friends or you're in a friend group and you're the only one that's on your grind, you're the only one that actually has a purpose that you found so far or that you think you found. And all of a sudden reality changes. You know, the way that you look at your friends, like they're more interested in playing video games late until the night or fucking around, just talking to these girls and not doing anything with them. You know, it's a distraction. The same thing can apply to being in a relationship. Sometimes you might be in a relationship, you think everything's hunky-dory, you guys are just gelling together, and then all of a sudden you realize this girl is not even motivated. She's not even built to do something with her life. And I'm not saying that everybody has to, because in reality, everybody's not going to want to do something, become an entrepreneur, change their life. You know, some people are just meant to play the background, and that's the truth. I've seen it with my own personal life. Some of these people actually want to play the background. So it is what it is. But that's another situation that you need to figure out for yourself. Is this girl willing to grind just like I am? Because there's nothing more worse than being in a relationship where you're grinding 24/7, you're working day in and day out, whether it's at a 9-to-5, on your side hustle, on your business, and then all of a sudden your girl's blowing your phone up saying how you're not spending enough time with her. Or, you know, you're always working, you're always preoccupied with other, situations, you don't want to spend time with me. That's the worst thing to feel in the world. That's why you need to find a girl who's actually going to be down with you, to work hard with you, to grind with you, and have a similar motivation and drive. If you find that, you find the world. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.